17.6, part 2. Number 3. So we have 69 and 72 hundredths divided by 4 and 2 tenths. So this was number 2, right? Number 3. So here we go. So 69 and 72 hundredths is my dividend. It goes in out, and 4 and 2 tenths is the divisor, and it goes on the outside, right? Okay, so how many decimal places do I have? 1. Okay, because I can't have decimals to divide by, right? Okay, so I'm going to move it 1 place to the right, or take it times 10. What I do to the divisor, I do to the dividend, and move my decimal straight up, right? Okay, you know, in this case, we do still have a decimal after a number after the decimal, right? Okay, is that all right? Yep, because we'll just work around it. All right, so 42, does it go into 6? Nope, 69, 1. So 9 minus 2 is 7, 6 minus 4 is 2, bring down the 7. So 42 is roughly about what? It's roughly about 40. So how many times does 4 go into 27 without going over? 6, right? So let's try 6. Remember, we can always erase if we need to. 6 times 2 is 12. Mentally carry the 1. 6 times 4 is plus 1 is 25. Does that work? Yep. So 5, 2, and 25 is less than 42, right? Okay. Bring down our other 2. Oh, did we just find that answer?
Yes.
So 6 minus 252. And do I have anything left over?
No.
No. So my answer is 16 and 6, 10. Okay. We'll work number 4 right here. Okay, so number 4, I have 93 and 5 tenths to put as the dividend or in my house. 4 and 25 hundredths. Okay. And then, can I divide by decimal? No. So I'm going to take 4 and 25 hundredths times what? Times 100, right? So I'm going to move it 2 places to the right. What I do to the divisor, I do to the dividend. And in this case, is there something there? No. So I'm going to add a 0. Okay. And then bring my decimal straight up. Okay. 425 into 90. 425 into 93. No. 425 into 935. Twice, right? So minus 850. Okay, so 5 minus 0 is 5. This becomes what? 13, and this becomes then 8. So 13 minus 5 is what? 8. So 85, still bringing out my 0. How many times is 425 going to 850? Twice. And that is 850, right? Nothing left over, so my answer is 22. So basically, if I wanted to check this, I could take 22 times, or 4.25 times 22, right? Yeah. And then my answer should be what? 93.5, right? Okay. All right, number 5. A peacock display is 86 and 25 hundredths inches wide. The width of each of its feathers is 1 and 25 hundredths inches. How many feathers wide is the peacock's display? So we have this number, and then what we're looking for. So what is my total, or what's going to go as my dividend in my house? 86. If you're humming, please stop. So this is number 5. So 86 and 25 hundredths divided by 1 and 25 hundredths, right? Okay. Can I divide by a decimal? No, I cannot. Okay. So I'm going to multiply it times what? By 100. Okay. So I'm going to move it twice to the right. And then what I do to the divisor, I have to do to the dividend. Okay, so 125, does it go into 8? Nope. 86? Nope. 125 into 862. Say 7 would probably get us too much because it's 125, right? So we could probably go with 6. And then if it's not enough, can we always change it to 7? Yes. Or we could do 7 and then we could change it to 6 if we need to, right? Okay. All right. So 6 times 5 is 30. Put the 0, mentally carry the 3. 6 times 2 is plus 3 is. Put the 5, mentally carry the 1. So 6 times 1 is, plus 1 is 7. So subtract 2, 1, 1. Did that work? Yep. Bring down our 5. How many times does 125 go into 1,125? Now, can I put a 10 up there? No, I cannot. So let's try a 9. So 9 times 5 is, put the 5, mentally carry the 4. 9 times 2 is, plus 4 is 22. Mentally carry the 2. 9 times 1 is, plus 2 is 11. So nothing left over. And so our answer is 69. Feathers. Guys, make sure you always go back to the question and see what they're looking for to help you figure out your label. Okay? All right, number 6. Carlos sells coupon booklets for $5.50 a piece. He makes $60.50. Monica sells the same booklets for $4.75 each and makes $57. Who sells more booklets? How many more? So this will be 3, right? Okay. So listen, this is for Carlos. Monica has these numbers. And then this is what we're trying to figure out. Okay, so number 6. So for Carlos, what am I going to do? 50 divided by 550, right? Can I divide by a decimal? Nope. So loop my decimal over 2 places. Do that to the same on the other one. Now, could I technically get rid of the zeros? Because they both have it. So I could technically take 605 divided by 55, right? Okay, but we'll just go ahead and keep working it out. Okay, so does 550 go into 660? 605? Yep, 110 minus 550. So 5, this becomes a 10, and this becomes a 5. So 55, right? Bring down my 0. How many times? Once minus 550. Anything left over? Nope. So Carlos sells 11. We'll just put books. Okay. Then let's figure out Monica. So Monica is going to be what? 57 divided by 475, right? Okay. Now, can I divide by a decimal? No. So I have to move it over 2 places. So 1, 2. So technically our decimal would be right here, right? Okay. So I have to move it over 2 places and then bring it straight up. So I'm going to put 2 zeros in there to hold my spot, right? Okay. So 475, does it go into 5?
No.
57?
No.
570.
Yes.
1 time minus 475. So this becomes a 10. This becomes a 16. And this becomes a 4. 10 minus 5 is 5. 16 minus 7 is 9. And bring down the 0. How many times does 475 go into 950? Twice. Okay, let's try that. So, let's see, 2 times 5 is 10, carry the 1. 2 times 7 is
14.
plus 1 is
15.
carry the 1. 2 times 4 is
8.
plus 1 is
9.
so nothing left over. So Monica has 12 books. Okay, so who sells more booklets? So Monica, and then our third step, which we can write out, but hopefully we all know what 12 minus 11 is, right? Okay, so Monica, and then how many more booklets? So 1 booklet. Okay, since this is taking us quite a while and we're going to have extra practice on our homework, I want you to go ahead and mark off 7 through 12. And go ahead and go to the next page. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and finish on your own, 13 through 15. We may run out of time, but the whole page needs to be finished. So number 13, Alexa spends $37.74 buying toy train cars for her nieces. How many train cars does Alexa buy? So here's our total. Cost of each one is over here. And then what we're looking for is how many train cars she can buy. So she spends $37.74. That is our dividend, right? That's our total. Okay. Our divisor is $6.29. So I can't divide by decimal, so I need a whole number. So I'm going to loop this over 2 places to the right. What I do to the divisor, I also have to do to the dividend. So 629 into 3. 37, 377, and into 3,774. Okay, let's try 6 and 6 times 9 ends in a 4. If it doesn't work, we can erase it, go back, right? Okay, 6 times 9 is 54. Put the 4, carry the 5. 6 times 2 is 12 plus 5 is 17. Carry the 1. 6 times 6 is what? Plus 1 is. And we have nothing left over. So our answer is 6 train cars. So like I said, guys, always go back to the question because that will help you with your label, right? Okay. Number 14. Shaniqua uses the ingredients shown in the table to make lemonade. She pours herself a 5/10 cup serving of the lemonade to sample the taste. Then she pours the remaining lemonade into a 7/500 cup glass for her friends. Okay, so write an expression to model this situation. So what do we need to do first? We need to add what she puts together first, right? So we're going to use parentheses because parentheses let us know what to do first in an equation, right? So what did she add together? Okay, and then she did what? She sampled it, right? So would that be adding or subtracting? Subtracting. And then we're going to divide that by what? 7,500. So how many glasses can Shaniqua fill? So we need to do that first. So what is 5 and 5/10 plus 2 and 5/10? 8, right? Because 5 plus 2 is 7 plus a half and a half is 8. So 8 minus 5/10 is 7 and 5/10. So 7.5 is our total, right? Okay, divided by 7,500. Can I divide by a decimal? No. So I need to loop this over twice. What I do to the divisor, I do to the dividend. I don't have something there, so I need to put a 0 to hold my spot. 75 into 7. No, 75 into 75. 1. Bring down the 0, doesn't go in there, but we still have to acknowledge it, right? Okay. You can't just say, oh, 1. You know that couldn't be right. Okay. So minus 0, because 0 times 75 is 0. So we have nothing left over. So how many glasses can she fill?
10.
10